Hello friends, my name's Miss Fiona. This is the fourth in our series of videos about Family Reading Week for 2020. And we're celebrating the theme fun and games. Today we're going to talk about some things that you can do with your young kids, especially preschoolers, to play together as a family and why that even matters. We're the library. Why aren't we just telling you to read? Well, because kids develop different parts of their brain different ways. And one of the things that you're going to find is that as you play together, as you talk during play, as your kids imagine things, when they're imagining, what are they doing? A lot of times they're telling you a story. Understanding the beginning and middle and end of a story is going to help them later on when they start to try to read a book. Talking together is going to give your kids vocabulary. And a wonderful vocabulary is another real help when kids start learning to read. So there are real close ties between playing together, not just kids go off and play, but playing together as a family and reading. But there are some great books about making things and building things and playing. So I thought I'd show you a couple of books that I like about imagining and playing. This one is called Perfect Square. This is a book by Michael Hall. Does it look like it's very perfect? Do you think when we build things, do they have to be perfect? They sure don't. Nope. And one of the things that this book talks about is sometimes we feel pretty happy, but things can go wrong. And you'll be able to see what happens in this book. So it's a fun book about not just building and playing, but being. Here's another book that I think is excellent. It's called Beautiful Oops. This book is by Barney Saltzberg. This is a book about what do you do if you're playing or making things and it doesn't go quite the way you expected. What if you spill? You could make a big fuss, or you could turn it into something else. So here's something that the spill could turn into. It turned into an elephant. Maybe your oops is really a beautiful oops. Maybe you dripped when you were trying to paint a pretty picture. Could something nice come out of your drip? Look! It turned into a car and a friend. Your oopses aren't oopses at all. They're just something else that you can use to create with. This book is called Blackout. This is by Rocco. Have you ever been at your house when the power went off and all the lights went out? It's one thing during the day when you can just go outside and do whatever you do. What about if it's night? What about if it's night and it's really dark in the house? What are you going to do for fun? What would you do if there was nothing to plug into? There were no electric lights? What could you do? That would make a nice discussion for your family. Blackout. And then I love this book. This is Bunny and what looks like a box. And the title of the book is Not a Box. Well, what do you mean a box is not a box? Here's the bunny sitting in a box. Is that all it is? Bunny sitting in a box? Nope. Because it's not a box. It's a race car. Here's Bunny standing on a box. It's not a box. What is it? It's a mountain. Look, Bunny turned into the famous mountain climber of Rabbit Peak. If you have a box, you have a whole world of imaginary, wonderful things right there. Your family could spend this whole week just building with cardboard and boxes. In your Tinker Kit that you can pick up at the library, you can get a whole bunch of different ways to connect different things, maybe cardboard, paper, maybe things in your recycle bin. Maybe you'll find some different things that you'd like to connect together and make something new. So if you had a cardboard box, but it wasn't a box, if it was kind of small, what could you do with it? It could be blocks. You could tape the box closed if it's empty, and then you start building with it. It's just a set of blocks. If they're very small boxes that used to hold groceries, maybe it's the things on the shelves of your pretend kitchen or your pretend grocery store. What if it's a bigger box? Ooh, it could be a treasure chest. It could be a mailbox. It could be an ambulance. Maybe for your stuffed animals. It could be a boat or a plane or a car. Let's say you have an even bigger box. You could turn it into a refrigerator. You could make it a whole house for your animals or your dolls. You could make an ice cream shop. You could make a tunnel. You could make so many different things out of your box. That is, in fact, not a box. This book, by the way, is by Antoinette Portis. And I love it. So, go out, go into the world, get yourself a kit if there's one left here at the library, and create. Have a great day.